Okay, so let's start to texturing this baby. Not a whole animation. I will be just going for a still image, so you can render out the whole animation if you like to. Um, but I will be going for a still image, so I will be changing the step effectors, the time offset of the step effectors, so everything is a little bit moving and not complete, so the ladder is not exactly complete, and also a little bit of movement is going on. So something like that maybe. Yeah, something like that. Here's the G, and here's the E. Maybe the E a little bit more. Something like that. Here we go. Okay. Okay, maybe I will also change here the spline to something else. Maybe here we go. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I think this looks okay to me. Maybe I change the R a little bit to something like that. Let's have a look at this whole animation. Oh, okay. This is bad. This is bad. Let's change it back to the standard renderer. Okay, this looks okay to me. Maybe I wanna change the G a little bit and also the step gap. I'm not too happy with that. And maybe also change here the animation a little bit. Something like that maybe. Maybe this looks okay. Maybe also the time offset. So let's change the time offset a little bit more. Yeah, something like that maybe. Okay. This looks okay. Okay, I will be using V-Ray for this whole thing. So if you don't have V-Ray, you can use some other different render engine. Doesn't really matter. Also, V-Ray is really a good renderer. Okay, so we'll be creating some area lights. So let's go into the top view and move the area lights a little bit, like in the front of the ladder, and then duplicate the light. Move it to the back of the ladder, maybe rotate it a little bit, 180 degrees. Okay, this isn't really working out too well. I don't know why, because my computer is messing up. Let's try it again. Okay, I see why. Okay, 180 degrees, perfect. Now select those two lights and also duplicate them and rotate them, so we also have some light from the side. Maybe move them a little bit far away from the ladder. Okay, this should be okay. Now select all four. Right click for a bridge tag and V-Ray light. Select all four. We change the intensity to 0.1 and also enable the shadows and change the shadow color to some grayish color. And under area light we will check invisible, because otherwise we will see the light in the rendering and it will not look too good. And also change the subdivisions to maybe 16. And now we will go to the renderer and change it to V-Ray bridge. Indirect illumination, maybe take something like turn GI on and select a preset like IRLC high, something like that, and go to anti-aliasing, filter on. I will take an area filter, you can take whatever you like to, and also maximum subdivisions to 8, and maybe the threshold, increasing the threshold a little bit or minimizing it, adding another null here. so it's 0.001. And you can also change the environment color to white, maybe. And if you like to, you can increase the gamma to 2.2 and also enable linear workflow if you like to. But I will stay at 0.1 and leave linear workflow unchecked. Okay, anything else I forgot? I don't think so. Now we need textures. So let's go create shader, V-Ray bridge, advanced material. So this should create a material for us. Here we go. White is okay. Let's activate the specular layer right here. Move down a little bit. Glossiness subdivisions maybe 16. Check backside. Uncheck trace specular. Check use Fresnel. Fresnel IOR maybe 2.2. And the reflect glossiness maybe to 0.85. Maybe a little less. Maybe 0.8. Okay, this looks okay. Now simply by control clicking and drag and drop, duplicate this texture and go into the diffuse channel, and we will change the color to something red, maybe something like that. This looks okay to me. And now we'll add the white color to the R null, to the A, to the G, the red one, and to the E, the white one. Okay, and now we will do a little test rendering right here. Okay. I think I don't like the look of the E right now. This doesn't look too perfect, I think. Okay, so here we go. I think the rendering will be okay, but we will also need to change the animation, or I will need to change the animation of the E because I don't really like it the way it is right now. It doesn't look too good. Maybe something like that, and maybe I'll also change the start growth to something like that, or the end growth. Okay, that doesn't really help. Maybe I want to change this here to something like that. Step gap. Maybe not linear. Okay, this is really just playing around. It's just me playing around right here. I don't know, you can skip this part if you want to. Like I said, this is also my first tutorial, so I'm not really used to talking to people and while I'm playing around with this stuff. I think it would be faster if I would work alone while I'm working alone, but I try to tell you as much as I can what I'm doing and so on. So I will change that maybe to this, and this maybe, yeah, okay. Maybe it looks okay like this, I'm not sure. Okay. Let's do another test rendering right here. This can take a little while because of the high settings. This is maybe a little bit too much. I think I will change the threshold here, and also change the radar settings to very fast, very fast. So this should be a lot faster now. Yeah, this looks okay. This is fast enough, I think. Okay, and the animation also looks perfect. This is really nice. Okay. Maybe we change the perspective a little bit so we can see a little bit of the reflections going on. Or maybe I will change the one light here so it will be visible, so we have some reflections in the front maybe. So where is the light? Where is the light? Here it is. Maybe move it a little bit upwards. Something like that. Okay. And just give it some visibility. V-Relight tag. Invisible check off. Effect reflections. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. So let's zoom in again. And maybe we have a better result now, or maybe some reflections going on here. Let's keep the light away from here. Create a camera, maybe. We could create a camera. This is better, I think. So let's bring the camera into place. Okay, the light is still here, and this is not okay. Because we will see it when we render it, so we need to move it a little bit back. Okay. Now let's have a look. Maybe we have a little bit more reflections going on. Okay. Okay, you can see the reflection here. And also here a little bit, and here on the E. And also some reflections. Let's zoom in a little bit and change it. Change the camera. Okay. We were getting closer. Okay, this is it. I think I wanna change the step gap of the G again, maybe to something higher, or maybe to something lower, maybe to something like that. I think this looks okay. And now I will just simply render frame 93. So output from to 93. This looks okay. And save, and the format I will save it is OpenAXR. This is a 32-bit channel format, and this is really great to work with in After Effects. If you ever worked in 32 bits, you know it can be a great effort. And well, anything else, I really wanna increase the render settings of V-Ray for the final render to maybe high, or maybe, yeah, let's take high. And also increase the threshold. Maybe also the max subdivisions to 12. Okay, this should be okay. And now just a place to save the whole thing. Maybe just a desktop should be okay. Let's call it Rage. Okay. And anything else we forgot? I hope not. Nope, that looks okay. So, while I'm rendering, I will be shutting off that whole thing, because I think it will take a little while. And see you again for the After Effects part. So, bye bye. Okay, so the rendering is done. I found a little failure in this whole thing. This is because the letters are closing, or were closing, in the back and not in the front, and this was because of the it was only the A, the G, and the E. The R was okay. So simply change the direction of the spline warp of the A, G, and E from Y plus to Y minus, and you should be good to go. So this should be really everything you need to do, and so the splines are closing in the front of the letter. Okay, this was that, and now we are opening After Effects. So let's go for After Effects, and we will import the file we just rendered and try to make it look great as we can. Okay, so simple. Open this one up, and if you have used the OpenAXR format, then you can change now by clicking on this button here from 8-bit to 32-bit channel. And now you can drop it here, and the new composition will be created. The first thing we want to do is do a little color correction. So simply, I'm working with a German version, by the way, in Adobe After Effects, so we'll try to explain everything I can, or translate everything I can to English. So simply go to color correction and select curves, and just drag it a little bit down in the main channel so it gets a little bit darker. That looks okay to me. Now what we want to add is called Shallow Scene. I hope it's called Shallow Scene as well in English. I'm not too sure. This is just a blending mode, so you might find it under blending or something like that. So just add this effect, and then just pull this to 3%, then a little bit. Then we change the degrees a little bit, something like that maybe. Make the lines a little bit smaller, maybe 6. And also soften the edges a little bit to something like that maybe. Okay, that's maybe too much. We're not seeing anything anymore. So maybe here we go. Yeah, this looks okay. So the next thing we can do is, if you have the plugin from VideoCopilot.net, Optical Flares, this is really a great add-on, and if you don't have it, buy it. Andrew Kramer is simply a god, and everything he creates is, in my opinion, really a great tool. So check out his shop and yeah, buy things. What I'm searching for, there are a lot of presets in there. You can do your own, but I'm going for a preset right now. I just need to find it. Maybe here we go. Vertical limit. We will probably cancel everything. Only the streak and maybe the glow. Let's keep the glow, maybe this is okay. Let's keep the glow. So here we go. Here we have the streak. And now rotate this whole thing for 90 degrees. Here we go. And maybe the brightness a little bit less. Maybe 20%, yeah, 20%, it looks just as perfect. Maybe we get rid of the glow. Let's see. Maybe this looks better. No, it doesn't. So let's... Okay, now the glow is gone. This really sucks. Well, let's add a glow again. Here we go. Okay. And we can also change the color a little bit to something like this. Okay, this looks okay. Okay, here we go. So we will add this somewhere here. Okay. And the next thing we can do, we can add a fill text. And I found one, the definition of rage on Wikipedia. Simply search for rage emotion on Wikipedia and just simply copy this text right here. And yeah, just copy it, and we will create a text here in After Effects right here, and simply copying it in. And now what we need to do, this is a little bit too near, as I think. So I think we will just, okay, keep it that way. I'm also using Adobe Caslon Pro as the font for this text, so you might want to use this if you like to, but in the end you can use whatever what font you like, and yeah, you like the most, whatever. And I will just change the text here a little bit because it's way too long, so I'm just hitting the return button and try to make it a little bit smaller. Something like this. Okay, this looks okay to me. Maybe deleting this one here. Okay. And getting this up here. Okay, maybe this is too long now again. Yeah, that's right. So we'll also keep this in the next position. Okay. And move this up. Okay, this looks okay. And now we change this here again. Well, this is really just playing around with the things here. You don't need to do that, but if you like to, you can just do it like that. So the text is now a little bit aligned with the rage letters. I think this looks just much better. And I also want to change the flare. I don't really like the flare like it looks right now. I think this is just the wrong color. So maybe here on the global color, maybe change it to something like that. Maybe a little bit. Oh, okay. This looks maybe a little bit better. Okay, so select those two things, the text we created and also the picture with the effects on it, and go to composition, create new composition, and all attributes to a new composition. So and here we will just make we will use the plugin Magic Bullet Looks. This is also awesome. Worth to buy it. This is simply stunning. You have a lot of presets you can use. As you can see here, with a simple mouse click, you can create stunning pictures, stunning color corrections, everything you need. So also in this black and white style would look just, I don't know, I think it looks gorgeous. But what will we take? I'm not too sure. I think we will use something like a good question. Well, this really depends on you, what you wanna take, which style. I think I will go for something like this maybe. No, that's too dark, too gloomy. Maybe something like this. This looks also okay. I think this is almost the original picture. Oh wow. Okay. Okay, this looks also really nice. Maybe this one. And maybe we just take a clean start. There's a preset that means a clean start. That means nothing is added. So we can just add our own things. So on the right, here we have a lot of things. Maybe edge softness, something like this. Blur size maybe a little bit lower, and the radius a little bit more. So it just begins to blur the edges here. Okay, this is maybe too much already. Okay, this looks good. We also could add a vignette effect. Also always nice, as you can see. Here we have maybe the aspect a little bit, or the radius. The radius was okay. Fall off is also okay. Maybe it's the aspect, or is it? Yeah. Okay, maybe the strength a little bit. It's okay like that. Okay, maybe do it something like this. And here. Okay, I think this looks okay to me. Okay. Is this still? Yeah, you can still read this. This is okay. Okay, and is there another thing we can do? Yeah, we can do another thing. So it looks now like this, and we can now also use from the Magic Bullet Suits the Mojo. I think it's the Mojo. So let's add this, and as you can see, there's also some nice color correction going on and some other things. And we can now play around with this stuff a little bit, add some different colors. uh, and warm it up, cool it down, things like that. In every style you like it or whatever. This looks pretty okay. I think I love it already. This looks maybe a little bit. Maybe also the red. Maybe we also wanna pull down the red a little bit. So let's go back to our other composition, where we added the curves, and maybe just switch a little bit. Oh, maybe that's not the right way. Maybe switch to the last composition we created, and we can add, if you have the look suite, the colorista, or we can just change the red color if we want to. So we just make it a little bit not so reddish. Yeah, that's okay. I think that's okay. That looks perfect. And now we're gonna add a hut or something like that to make the picture a little bit more interesting. Okay, so I just made a little cut here again, and all I have done in the meanwhile is not really much. I just added a lot of circles and some rectangles and just connected them. So you see this graphic right here. This is just a circle, circle, rectangle, and this just looks a little bit cooler. And then I just added the words adrenaline, annoyance, and anger, and added them to the points, and also added the points here to the letters. So it makes some sort of sense and looks a little bit more, more cool or something like that. So you can easily do this on your own. Simply create a circle, create a rectangle, connect them to each other, add some words. I used the Arial font on this one, and simply the first letters are always bold, and the other ones are just simply regular. And this is how the final image looks in the end. I think I have a little bit too much of edge softness, so I will change this right now. I think this is a little bit too much, so we'll increase the radius to maybe something like this, maybe even a little more. Okay, this looks okay, I think. And maybe the blur size also a little bit lower. Okay, this should look okay. Yeah, I think I like it, and I hope you like this tutorial. I hope my English wasn't too bad. I'm pretty sure that my English was really bad at some parts, but I hope you did understand what I tried to tell you, and I hope you're not too angry if you did not understand one or the other part, because this was really my first tutorial. And well, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask anything you want to know. I try to answer as much as I can. And yeah, I wish you a nice day, a happy new year. I hope you like this tutorial and this technique. And I hope I talk to you soon, and if I do another tutorial, I hope it will be a little bit better, but maybe this one was already good enough. So yeah, have a nice day and see you next time. Bye bye.